What's up, guys? Your girl Luca here, back for another video. And today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about my favorite Ghostface and what I think about the Ghostface killers from the Scream franchise. I actually recently saw Scream 6 and I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's a fantastic movie. Sam Carpenter's supremacy is what I want to see. I was a Sam Carpenter truther for the last few weeks because like I just saw Scream 5 because of Jenna Ortega. I'm a fan of Jenna Ortega's work. So, you know, I actually have been taking the time to rewatch Scream 1 and then watch the rest of the series because I've never really been interested in the Scream franchise all that much. But it's pretty good, man. I don't think there's really a bad movie in the bunch. I think they're all enjoyable in their own way. I have my favorite, and then I have my least favorite, but like still very good movies. And the most fun aspect of these films is who is Ghostface. Now here's my thing: since I watched these films so late, I knew who the killer was for all of these films except for the latest one, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I went into it more of a, well, how obvious are they with their intent? What is their intention as being Ghostface? How inventive are the kills? How bloody are they? And how do I feel about them as a character and more importantly, as Ghostface? So, not to keep anyone waiting for too long, let's start with okay, let's start with the killers from Scream 6. Well, so we'll go backwards, right? So Ethan Landry, whose real name it escapes me because I don't care. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't care. It's something Bailey. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He is and Richie and Quinn's brother. I don't know out of Quinn and Ethan who's older. You know what? I don't care. So like no, I'm gonna assume that Ethan is older than Quinn, but whatever. Quinn who's also a Ghostface killer, Richie who's also a Ghostface killer. So Ethan, from the very beginning, I was just not interested in him. I found him very boring. Um, you know, very very predictable. Like I think we all could figure out that Ethan was the killer. You know what I'm saying? Or one of the killers. But the only thing I can really give him the only thing I can really give him was the apartment scene, which I believe the actor who plays Ethan was the one who was in the costume chasing everybody around in the apartment. So I guess we can assume that he's the one who ultimately stabbed Mindy, stabbed and just cut up Annika, and tossed her ass off that goddamn ladder. You know what I'm saying? I would say that that was fairly creative, but since it's like the only thing that we know that he did, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So for me, and then he had like this really nasty line where he's like, I've always wanted to stick something in you, Tara. I'm like, sir, I need you to relax and calm down with that incel behavior because that's essentially what he is and what he came off as. He was all like, "I hope I don't die a virgin." Like he's a loser, honestly speaking. Like he is a loser. Like the actor who played him, whose name again is escaping me, he gave energy. He was very energetic. Very enthused in his role once they did the Ghostface reveal, but Ethan's just kind of like whatever in my opinion. So I'm gonna put him in a boring and predictable for now. These rankings may change as we go on, right? So let's talk about Roman. Okay. So I like Roman. I like Roman as a Ghostface. I give him points, give him kudos. He did everything by himself. Now, is it possible? Is it plausible that he was able to kill all those people by himself? I don't know. Like perhaps not, right? But he murdered a lot of people. He orchestrated this entire thing. He got this film together. He hired these actors with the intention of killing them, and then he actually killed them. Now, were the kills interesting or inventive? No. I believe that there was something had happened around the time that this film was filming. Okay, this movie was filming, so they had to rework the script a couple of times. So, the kills were not as bloody or interesting as they could have been, right? But, I think Roman as a character, Roman as Ghostface, I think he's very creative, mostly because of that voice modulator. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. Like, completely unrealistic, but you know what? There's a lot of things unrealistic in this franchise, so it is what it is, right? So I do like Roman. I do enjoy Roman. So I'm gonna put him in the creative category. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that he was very creative, at least in the way he framed his kills. Now, here's the thing: Ghostface reveal, him taking off his mask, like, yeah, hey, what's up, Sydney? I'm your half brother. You never met. I'm like, look, I need you to start being serious for one goddamn second, Roman. And he's all like, "Oh no, mother, she didn't love me," and I'm like, "Bitch, we do not care, okay? Like, I'm sorry, I don't care." Sydney was like, Sydney was like, "Get over it," as she should. Apparently, he orchestrated everything that happened in Scream One. You know, it is what it is, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I definitely think Billy and Stu, especially, were very you know, what is it, susceptible to manipulation, you know, Billy especially, not all there. So, oh, completely plausible. I'll give him points for that too. Okay, so now we have oh my god, what is his name? Oh my god, not me forgetting this guy's name. I literally was just looking at him. Hold on, guys. What is see, in that I think that I think that tells you how I feel about this Ghostface killer, because I can't remember his name for the freaking life of me, which is bad. Let's see here, Ghostface killer from Scream 4. Let's see here. I know one of them was Jill, obviously. Charlie. Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot his name. Like I can believe it, but I can't believe I forgot his name. First of all, I don't even like Charlie as a character. He's one of those he's another one of those weirdo incel characters, which is unfortunate because that actor is quite hot. But him and himself, like I just wasn't feeling it. I was not vibing with it. The little thing with him and Kirby on the couch, I was like, I am not really feeling this, right? But I do listen, I do want to give him certain points as Ghostface, because that's what matters, right? Him going into Olivia's room, he sliced and diced, he cut her up, man. He cut her up. Like, he left her organs on the bed for Sydney to find. That entire room was painted red. He killed all these people. He killed all these people because he was trying to get in Jill's pants, which, I think is a loser kind of thing, but we all do crazy things uh for love, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But like ultimately he was just a very ruthless killer, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he was like killing people that he knew and was cool with, like maybe not cool with, like they were his classmates. Let's say that they're his classmates, and he was just like slicing and dicing with no regard just because she made it. Well, she asked him, she coerced him into doing it. I don't know, but like I definitely going to give him. Oh, and then also filming the kills, like that's some vile, foul shit right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put Charlie up here on ruthless because, like, even though I don't like him or I don't have any interest in him as a character ultimately, as a ghost face, like he was killing it, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, then we have the one who started it all, Mr. Billy Loomis here, Mr. Hot Dad, Samantha Carpenter's hot father, right? Billy Loomis here. I would say that Billy's reasoning for slicing and dicing up all of his classmates and Sydney, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, like his reasoning, extremely shaky. Like I'm like, listen, her calling you a mama's boy, she was right to do so, and she should have said more. Um, like you kill, like okay, you murdering the woman who is sleeping with your father. I can understand that. Like I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like I can understand it from like an emotional revenge sort of perspective and why like clearly he's fucking unstable, right? So, I can understand that, but like what the fuck did Sydney do? Except for be born. You know what I'm saying? What did you dated this woman for a year after murdering her mom and was just trying to get into her pants and like for what? Like why are you trying to kill her? For what? Like, you got your fucking revenge, dude. Like, she's dead. Like, I don't know. Billy Loomis, a sick individual. That being said, again, regardless of like my enjoyment, because I do enjoy the other Scream films a bit more than Scream 1, which Scream 1 is still good. Mind you, when Scream 1 came out, like I was 3. And so by the time I was old enough to see it, I had already seen other things that was copying the formula. So I can understand what Scream 1 brings to the table, what it brought to the table, how innovative it was, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like like, it didn't hold my attention as much as I wanted to because I was like, "No, he is clearly like" the way he was behaving was so goddamn sketchy, but, I like Billy. I do genuinely like Billy as a killer. Again, he's the one who started it all, and now that he's been showing up in Scream 5 and 6, helping my girl Samantha Carpenter out, I'm just like, "That's the guy." Is he a piece of shit? Absolutely, but that is the guy, you know? So I can't help, like, I have no choice. I have to put him in, iconic, you know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what he is. He is the icon. He is the moment. So, now we have, what is this guy named Jason? Oh my goodness, let me look this up. I'm pretty sure that's what his name was, Jason. Scream. I say Jason, I'm you know, J oh yeah, Jason. He's dead. Like, that's what he is, okay? All these people are dead. But Jason, another incel-like character, like, he is a loser. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna murder my teacher because she gave me a C on this paper." And then with the way he was, like, talking about her and calling her, oh, she was like meat. It was like she was nothing. I was just like, "Oh, you're just, like, absolutely fucking disgusting, honestly speaking." That being said, the way he murdered her, okay, like, he was doing his thing. Like, he was chopping, stab, stab, stabbing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and then the whole now I see something red, bitch. That was great. Like, I really like that. I definitely really like that. So, even though he's like a loser ultimately, in terms of his persona and why he's like doing what he's doing, because him and his buddy Greg were gonna like slice and dice up Tara. Him as Ghostface, like, he had potential to be something crazy. So we're gonna put him on could be better just because we didn't see enough of him. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Now we're with Scream 2 and we have Mickey Altier. So first of all, that actor who plays him is super fine, but that has nothing to do with his actual tier list. Okay? I like Mickey. I like Mickey and I really like Scream 2, right? I think Mickey he was absolutely fucking nuts. This concept of I'm gonna blame the movies, like, okay, listen. There would definitely be people who would have ate that shit up, you know what I'm saying? But I will give him points for this. He was all like, "Yeah, I wanna be caught. I'm not trying to frame anybody. Come get me." You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give him points for that. I can give him points for being, completely and totally relentless in his pursuit of Sydney. Like, he just would not stop chasing her down. I love act 3 of, Scream 2. I think it's a fantastic act. I love his reveal. I love him tricking Sydney into thinking her boyfriend was working with him. Like, it was just all of it was just so good, and I really think Mickey is a fantastic Ghostface, right? Now, did he end up getting manipulated? Yes, 100%. Did he think his reasoning was some kind of, like, on another level? Yeah, you know? But ultimately, Mickey was awesome. So, I guess I'll put let's see here. I'm thinking back on his kills, like, he didn't have to throw Cece's ass listen, he didn't have to do that shit. Like, what did she do? What did Cece do? She did nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? And, like, Jada Pinkett Smith's character, like, and the other dude, what did they do? Absolutely fucking nothing. They just existed. He's just gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and the way he stabbed dude in the ear, and they stabbed Jada's character and had her up on the stage. Yeah, listen, we're giving him ruthless because that's exactly what he fucking was. All right. Shout out to my boy Mickey. Love him. All right. Now we have Mr. Stu Macher here, the other half of the Ghostface duo from Scream 1. Stu Macher. What can I say about Stu other than he's crazy? You know what I'm saying? He's crazier than fucking Billy because Billy at least had a reason to be slicing and dicing folks up. Was the reason a viable one? Absolutely fucking not. But Stu is just like, I just want to do it. I just want to do it to do it. I just want to enjoy myself. Billy asked me to do it, and I'm a ride or die with my boy. I'm gonna let him kill my girlfriend too. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Like, this, the fact that he even went along with any of this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But at the same time, Stu Macher, let me tell you something. When I use the iconic label, iconic has ruthless and creative wrapped up into it. You know what I'm saying? So I have no choice. I have no choice but to also give Stu Macher iconic because that's exactly what he fucking is. You know what I'm saying? He made an impact. He was completely nuts, and he did everything that he did for no fucking reason. And and he stood and he stood by it. I mean, kinda. He was like, "My parents are gonna be so mad at me." I'm like, it's like that dichotomy between you just ruthlessly killing all these people and then like crying about your parents. Like, I'm just like, all right, man. But like ultimately, Billy and Stu duo, babies, we know what's up. We know what's up with those two. Okay. Now we have Mrs. Loomis. Okay. So Mrs. Loomis here, I'm gonna give her props and kudos for manipulating literally everyone. She got Gail's ass. I mean, to be fair, Gail didn't know her. She also stayed far away enough from Sydney that Sydney didn't recognize her. She got like she lost some weight, whatever. She was doing her thing. She's all like, you know what I'm gonna do? Even though it's my fucking fault for leaving my son, my clearly unstable son, um, behind when I left his father, which bitch, you couldn't have left him a letter. You couldn't have called. Like, what's good, right? Anyway, but like, despite doing all that, like, she came through. She's like, I got Mickey here. I'm about to manipulate the fuck out of Mickey. I'm about to get Mickey to kill all these people for me. I'm not gonna do shit. Okay. I think she killed Randy though, but that's because Randy was talking shit about her kiddo. But like, yeah, she came through. She's like, I'm here for good old fashioned revenge. Again, clearly all these people are fucking unstable, obviously, but clearly another person who's super unstable because it is not Sydney's fucking fault, like that your kids decide to go nuts and try to kill her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that entire family, nutso. Absolute that side of the family, completely off their fucking rocker. Shout out to my girl Sam Carpenter, right? But ultimately, she didn't really do too much. Like, she showed up, she wielded her gun, she's like, "What's good? It's me." And yeah, that's what she did. So I'm gonna put her in could be better because like she didn't do enough for me personally. Okay. Now we have Miss Ma'am, Miss Amber Freeman. Okay, what do I think about Amber Freeman? Amber Freeman is a fantastic Ghostface. Okay, I want to put that out there first. But she as a person is a piece of shit. Like, fuck you, Amber. Honestly speaking, the fact that she was up in Tara's house, just it was like implied that they've been friends at least long enough for Sam to know who Amber is and for Amber to know who Sam is because like they have animosity on Amber's part. Sam's like, "Hey, what's up, Amber?" You know what I'm saying? Because she knows she doesn't like her, right? Um, so, like, she's been friends with Tara all these years. She's got Tara's spare fucking inhaler at her house, so clearly Tara has a lot of trust in her. Tara was willing to run out the house in order to save her, and Amber used that to her advantage to stab Tara up. Now, was everybody in this goddamn movie dumb as fuck when she was like, "Yeah, they must have cloned my phone." Nobody looked into that. Absolutely no one looked into that and was just like, "You know what? Let's keep an eye on Amber because that's super fucking shaky." The police in Woodsboro fucking suck at their jobs. They're awful, right? But Amber Freeman as a ghost face, listen, she's that bitch, okay? She is that bitch. She was completely batshit, all right? She was insane. All right, she was just slicing the way she sliced and diced Dewey up. Dewey was dumb as fuck for not just shooting her from a distance, but it is what it is, right? Shout out to my boy Dewey, right? But the way she sliced him up, delicioso. The way she stabbed the fucking sheriff, delicioso. Uh, the way, like, her reveal, bitch, like, come on, like, that was amazing, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way she's like Liv was like, "I'm not the fucking killer," and then Amber's like, "Oh, I know," and then welcome to act 3, I'm just like, "Whoa!" So that shit was awesome. I really enjoyed it, but I wish she had, like, a better motive because she didn't listen. She and Richie dating? Like, fucking girl, up your standards, please. Like, also Samantha, up your standards, please. Jack Quaid, I think that's what his name is. Very what a cutie pie, but like honestly speaking, like no, it couldn't be me, right? So, but like, listen, she was that bitch. Honestly speaking, she was that bitch. Like, I can't, like, I have to give it to her. Her as a person, though. I can't fucking stand her as a person just because of the fact that she would betray Tara's trust like that, because like Tara and Sam are like my favorite characters, and the fact that she would hurt Tara like that broke broke baby girl's fucking leg, and for what? To get Sam back? Like, I need you to start being serious. But as a Ghostface, nah, this bitch, I don't know. She's up there. She's iconic. She's definitely iconic to me. Like, she was doing her thing, and I can't be mad at it. Now, speaking of another woman doing her thing, Jill fucking Roberts. Jill Roberts. Is she not? Is that, wait a second, is that even her name? Hold on. Just make sure. Yeah, that is her name. Okay, I'm just making sure. Jill fucking Roberts, right? Is she not the moment? Is she not the truth? Is she not ahead of her time? This bitch was like, I want to be social media famous. I don't need friends. I need fans. I want to go viral. I want everyone to know my name. Is she not the moment? I I love Jill. Okay? I love Jill as a empty slate um character, and I also love her as Ghostface, okay? Listen, this bitch was committed. She murdered her own mother. She killed her own mom. If I like, what else can you really say? She was committed to the role. She got all of her close friends sliced and diced. She fucking shot her boyfriend. Like, she was, listen. And then after stabbing Sydney, she was committed. She was throwing herself into tables. She was stabbing herself in the arm. Like, she was, listen. I gotta give her props, man. She was able to manipulate fucking Charlie. She was able to trick everyone into not thinking it was her. Like, honestly speaking, you know, I do think it's absolutely genius that they would position her as, like, the new Sydney in a sense, and then, like, have her be the killer. I thought that was pretty genius on their part, and I really enjoy that aspect of the film. So, like, because even watching it, I was, I watched these films knowing who the Ghostface killers were for all of them, and even watching it, I was like, other than her not really, like, being super expressive with her emotions, she's kinda like a blank slate. I feel like I also would have gotten tricked if I had watched this film, um, as it like, when it came out in 2011, because, like, I wouldn't have, like, I definitely would not have suspected her at all, you know? So, listen, Imma give it to Miss Ma'am, Jill Roberts. She's definitely, this bitch is iconic, alright? And a shout out to her, right? Alright, so now we, now we're with Richie. Okay, so Richie Kirsch. What can I really say about Richie? What can I really give Richie? Nothing. Okay, I don't like Richie as a character, and I don't like him as a Ghostface either. Who did he fucking kill? I'm assuming he killed Stumacher's nephew, um, and then maybe Wes. But like, what did he actually? You know, Sam was spitting shit, she was talking game, you know what I'm saying? She was like, he made his little girlfriend, do all the killing, that kinda thing, which makes sense considering their astronomical age difference. It might not be, maybe 6 years, but still, right? Bitch was still in fucking high school, dude, and grown ass man, right? But yeah, as a Ghostface killer, I'm just like, "Man, you haven't really done too much." And also, like, him and Amber, dumb as fuck, honestly speaking. Honestly fucking speaking. Like, clearly off their fucking rockers, but, like, didn't really think or plan shit out properly at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mitch, like, not even for 1 second did I think that the plan would work out, you know what I'm saying? So, Richie, plus it's, like, so fucking obvious it was Richie, right? It mirrors Billy, I get it, like, Billy, Richie, even come on, bitch, like, we know, right? I'm gonna put him in predictable and boring because I'm just like, I'm not interested. I'm not with it, you know? Shout out to you, Richie, you piece of shit. Fuck you, right? Okay. So anyway, now we have Miss Ma'am Quinn, Miss Sex Positive Quinn. All right. What's goody, baby girl? Quinn is an interesting one, right? Now, whoever's like plan it was to fake her death, I'm assuming it was her father's. Clearly that shit fucking worked. If you really stop and think about it, doesn't make any sense. Absolutely fucking not. The fact that there's like no DNA testing, there's just nothing there. Like, okay. Anyway, like, doesn't make any fucking sense. But she did her thing. She decided to room with them. She was She was, you know, she tricked Tara and Sam. Well, she tricked all of them really. She tricked Tara and Sam, and you know, she was just doing her thing. I would say like that. Listen, Girly Pop had it. That chase sequence with Gail, love it. Absolutely love it. You know what I'm saying? She was like doing her thing. The way she was able to stab Gail in the stomach right before she got stabbed. Like, listen, I'm gonna give it to her, man. She had it, and again, a very creative and the first one to call Gail and get Gail to answer as a ghost face. Like, come on, baby. I'm with you, you know what I'm saying? And then like that train sequence with Mindy, bitch, every time the lights went off, she'd stay. Bitch, come on, that shit was awesome. So yeah, I like Quinn. I think she's very creative in like the way she killed people just because of the like it's just based off those two scenes. Now, after the fucking reveal though, like she was just doing a little bit too much in my opinion. Like she was definitely very upset about Richie, and I'm just like, damn, you were really hiding this like resentment for all this time, you know what I'm saying? So good for you, girly pop, but bitch got her fucking face bashed in. Shout out to you. Shout out to my girl Tara for bashing her face in with that goddamn brick. And then her Quinn getting shot in the forehead. So you know, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. And now we have the final Ghostface killer. We have Detective Bailey here. You know, Mr. Ma'am, not Mr. Ma'am, like Mr. Sir, like whatever, right? So, Detective Bailey, he was the one in the bodega, slicing and dicing, using that shotgun. My boy was killing it. Like he was absolutely killing it. Then he went to that therapist, stabbed homeboy up in the nose, killing it, right? Like he was doing his thing. He was doing his thing, all right? He was a very intimidating and scary ghost face. So I'm gonna have to give it to him in regards to being ruthless. Like he was killing it. He was definitely fucking killing it. And I have to give it to him. Now, after the reveal, after he took off that mask, or I mean, he didn't have it on in the final act, but y'all know what I mean, right? I was just kind of like, it wasn't giving. Like, it wasn't. I wasn't like I can understand why you wanted revenge, but the whole he's a strong, virile young man. I'm like, okay, now I understand why your kids are fucking losers. Now I understand why your daughter's a whore. You know, I too am sex positive, so shout out to Quinny. But like now I understand, but like now I understand why your kids are fucking losers with that kind of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Um, so shout out to my girl Sam Carpenter. She ended that entire fucking bloodline, as she should, as she fucking should. She got some shots in. She got her lick in for with everybody. The way she was stabbing, stabbing homeboy up. We love to fucking see it. And but yeah, ultimately he was a ruthless ghost face and he was very scary, right? So this is my tier list. These are my like you know these are my killers. I would love to know who your favorite killers are. You know, who's iconic, who's ruthless, who's creative, could be better, predictable, and boring, like in the comment section below for anyone who may happen to watch this. But yeah, that is it for me. I will catch you guys for another one. Like I said, little different fun video. All right, peace.